Hey folks, it's the last Sunday in August. Can't believe next weekend is Labor Day weekend already. And I wanted to do a little end of season or end of summer season, maybe, garden update. So, as you can see, the tomatoes are still producing. I've got some that are like over 8 feet tall. Still got plenty of new buds on the tips here. Plenty of green tomatoes waiting to ripen, and a handful of red tomatoes that are ready to pick. Some of these are like half pounders or more. I picked like 53, 54 pounds of tomatoes just last week alone. So that third week of August is definitely seems to traditionally be the peak of the tomato season, at least here in Rhode Island. I know it's a little bit slower or later up in Maine, where my family is. And we still got plenty of peppers producing. I've been picking a handful of these on a regular basis. I've got Anaheim and sweet banana peppers. This Tabasco plant here is kind of interesting. I've had this for this is at least the third summer, and I kept it indoors over the winter. It's produced a tremendous amount of peppers, Tabasco peppers, which make the best hot sauce. And I brought it out probably a little bit too early this season, and the cold weather got to it. Peppers are really warm weather plants, and basically the entire plant died back, and I thought it was a goner. So I cut it back and just left it in the pot and kept it watered and a little fertilizer, and yeah, it came back. It's got blooms on it right now. So, and little peppers, little Tabasco peppers forming. So, when it starts to cool down a bit more at night here, I'll take it inside for the winter and it'll keep producing. And maybe next year will be summer number 4 for it. The green beans were really productive. The cucumbers were incredibly productive. You can see the cucumbers are starting to the leaves are kind of dying out. It's past peak production on those, but I'm still getting a few pickling cucumbers every day. So what I did today, in anticipation of fall, the green beans are also past peak production. Got a lot of green beans. Today what I did was pull all the green beans, and there were a few that still had green beans on them. Pulled all the plants in anticipation of planting Brussels sprouts, which are definitely a cool weather crop. They do even better once they get a little frost at night. And I ordered seedlings from Burpee, so those should be coming in this week. I also got some black fabric kind of weed control and cover, and I figure that'll keep this ground moisture and nice and warm. Cotton plant is doing incredible. These are the cotton bolls here, which once the plant starts to die off, the leaves will fall off, and you'll be left with these balls or bowls, which will dry and open up, and they'll be cotton. So I don't know, there's easily maybe 18 bowls on here, so that'll be interesting to see how that progresses. But like I said, we get this all nice and cleaned out, prepped for the Brussels sprouts. I added a little cow manure and blood meal to it because Brussels sprouts like nitrogen. As you can see, cucumbers are past peak. Still getting a few. The morning glories here are closed up tonight because it's night, but in the morning they're just beautiful. And that was a nice idea that I did this year to incorporate the morning glories with the cucumbers. And then take a little walk across the driveway. Yesterday I harvested some sage, some rosemary, some more sage, some lavender, and some more sage, and I'll make my own smudge sticks. Last year I did it just with the plants picked directly, and then I kind of bound them up. They didn't burn that well. I watched some videos this year, and it suggested letting them dry for about a week before you start braiding them or bundling them. And then in the process of pulling the green beans today, I also harvested some onions. So I've got those hanging up here to dry out a little bit before taking them inside and incorporating them into like some relish or pickles or I don't know, something. So that's it for now, folks. Happy gardening. Enjoy the rest of the summer, and stay tuned.